We got a very special live stream in store for you all here today. And what I would like to do first is I would like to introduce you to one of our professional trading moderators that you have seen on this live stream several times before. We actually just had her on the other day because she was going over and recapping the monster trades that she had last week, had another big one here this week. I want everyone to give a huge shout out and a big TTG Ayo to our moderator, Shy.
Ayo.
There she is. What's up, Shy? How are you?
What's going on?
You know, I feel like every time.
I'm just getting started.
You really are. You picked up right where you left off.
Mm-hmm.
You picked up right where you left off. Last week was huge, right? 3 triple-digit gains, 2 of which were over 200%.
Yep.
And now here you go, coming right back, flying in with Tesla.
Got to.
Unbelievable trade today on Tesla. Hit it not once, but hit it twice.
Yeah, I reloaded.
I know you did. I know you did. I'm reloaded. I know you did. So this was, 87% gain, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, it went from like $4.80 to $9, so somewhere 90 somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you fall short of the triple-digit gain?
It actually went to $9.60, and I thought about taking some off
just to get the 100. Just to get the 100. No, that was a really great trade today. And I got to tell you, Shy, you know what I have noticed is one of your best trade setups is the gap under the 50-day moving average and the retest to be short, and then the move back to the down. That is, I don't know if you've known this or not.
Yeah.
It's your favorite setup.
When I did my boot camp, I did a options boot camp. I call that the Joker. Like, have you ever seen like a deck of cards where you have your Joker, your aces, and your kings?
Yep.
So my Jokers are always moving averages. If I get any stock that gaps under a moving average in the retest, that is my number one idea. I'm 100% of the time. If I'm wrong, then I'm just going to be wrong because I'm taking that trade.
Yep. And you took that trade today, and it was an aggressive one, and you just went right after it. No hesitations. Just went right after. Walk me through kind of this Tesla trade. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into this Tesla trade, Shy. Walk me through the setup. We already talked about that 50-day moving average. I've got the charts, but talk me through it.
Well, Tesla originally wasn't on my watch list this morning. My number one idea was in phase at 140, and that one worked out as well. So that was my number one idea. But news came out during pre-market that the CFO was leaving Tesla. And when that news came out, as soon as the news came out, we gapped underneath that 50-day moving average. And now that becomes my Joker, right? Like now that becomes the cha-ching trade. So when we gapped underneath it, I had it at top of my list. I put it at the top of my watch list so members knew that's exactly what I was looking at now. And it just worked out. You know, intraday, we gapped underneath it. We didn't quite get back to that 254 level. It was kind of the same trade that I love, right? Where we get that intraday double top right around 253.
Yep.
That 3-minute chart. You put your stop right at the, it's Tesla. So you got to give it at least 75 cents to $1 above that 50-day moving average. Intraday. So I got in on that third candle right there. Yep. And then I put my stop and that's it. You got the trade line curling down. You have an increase in volume coming in.
And stop what? Above 254?
254, like 50.
Yep. All right. So let's put this right here. Yep. Give some extra wiggle room for the volatile stock. I'm going to identify for you in red. So the red line is the stop loss. The white line is the resistance level. That's your double top. And then the white box, that is Shy's actual entry on the trade. And again, let me go back to the daily chart just to show you guys so you can visually see what Shy's talking about that 50-day moving average. This dark blue line, not the teal blue up here. The dark blue line at the bottom of the screen, that's the 50-day moving average, okay? That's the 50-day moving average. Now you'll see support, and then today you gapped underneath that level.
Yeah.
So right off the open, that's when you got, I'm going to go back now and take you back to the 3-minute chart. And then off the open, you get that bounce back, and then there's the double top, and then there's the entry with the stop loss above that 50-day moving average. So that was the setup, guys, on the daily into the intraday. There's the entry. Shy, talk me through the executions for the rest of the way.
I mean, it's easy, so like we take profit. I have my take profits. So I got in the 250 puts at 938. I got my average was around 482 because I averaged into that position. I took profit at 940 at 550, 941 at 605, 946 at 6 965 and 949 at 730. I was in like a smaller position that I normally trade with because it's Tesla. So when we got that bounce back right around 10 o'clock, I reloaded that position and still in the 250s, and I reloaded that at 650. So those contracts were at 650. So now this becomes a brand new trade to me. And then so I took profit at 959 at $7 because we're approaching that 245 level, right? So I need to get, so that's my first take profit. It's almost money after that, 1106, 775. And then we got to $9 and I took some more off. So my $9 one was at
right after 11:30, right?
1132.
Yep, there it is. So folks, there you have, these are your executions here for Shy on the Tesla put option trade. So you'll see initial entry and then profit. So 4 take profits and then reload back into the position. And then you can see then 3 take profits following that. So basically 2 trades in one.
Mm-hmm. So some members because some members don't like to trade off the open. So they probably didn't take the first one, but then they caught the reload and it still went from $650 to $9. So
yeah, that's still a beautiful trade. No matter you had multiple opportunities, and then you also had it kind of sat here for a little while too, and like really just sat around that view up area for like an hour or about 30 minutes or so before then making that next leg to the downside. So I mean, plenty of time to kind of position yourselves, get into the position. That early morning entry, like Shai said, that's more of an aggressive, like you're confident in the trade, you're going after it, which Shai did, and then that second entry, a little bit more of a conservative entry that people that maybe are a little bit shy off the open, no pun intended, can get themselves into.
So
beautiful.
The question is where was the stop after the reload? I put it at the initial morning low.
Okay. So okay, great point. So after this reload, guys, then that stop loss gets moved to here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be the initial morning low, and I'll just take you guys back here. There's your initial morning low. So after you broke it, and when you broke that initial morning low, you had a really nice increase in volume, right? To kind of confirm that break. So that's why you can set your stop loss now back above that level on that reload. And you can see we never got up to test that level. And then you got that new low of the day, that consecutive sell-off, that momentum to the downside. And then again, taking more profits off the table as the stock continued lower.
And I noticed, it looked like a lot of take profits, but because I am an aggressive trader and I play those contracts that are so close, aggressive as my entry is, I'm just as aggressive as taking profit.
Yeah.
Like you just have to be, because again, I always, I'm not trying to catch the top or the bottom. I try to live somewhere in the middle of the trade, make my money and get out.
I think it's just a great trade, and now we're coming back. We talked about last week being a huge week for members in TTG and some of the trades that have been called out. And now here we are and it's Monday and you already have 3 really good trades between Tesla, SVFD, and then also Amazon trade today. So it's just been just a great way for us to start the week.